Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, MagnetizeOfficial. In today's video, I'll be diving into a twin flame, reading and taking a lot of time with it, which is specifically designed for those who are part of the twin flame collective or suspect they are experiencing a twin flame connection. During this reading, I will be channeling both the divine masculine and divine feminine energies that resonate deeply within twin flame dynamics. However, these energies can also manifest in other types of romantic connections, so even if you're not certain about being a twin flame, you may still find insights that apply to your situation, especially if you're navigating a strong soulmate bond. That being said, this reading is designed with twin flames in mind, so it will resonate most with those who identify with that journey. To begin this session, I was prepared to use my traditional tarot deck, which is quite unusual for me. In fact, this is the first time I've been called to use it. I'm going to be releasing this recording with my traditional tarot deck. To begin, I'll be sharing my traditional tarot deck. First, I pulled out 3 cards that represent the past, present, and future energies of the collective, and I'm excited to do so and share those insights with you. Just a quick side note, I happened to see one of my neighbours with 2 dogs, and it really caught my attention. So, if you're a dog lover or have a dog, this might be a sign for you. I often pick up on random details like this during readings, and they can sometimes be meant for specific individuals. As always, trust your own intuition to decide which messages resonate with you and which might be meant for someone else. Now back to the reading. The first tarot card I drew, which I feel represents past energy for the collective, is the 8 of Pentacles. When I looked at this card, I sensed a strong feeling of preparation, like you've been building up momentum for something significant. This could relate to your personal or professional life, such as reaching a key milestone in your work, school, or career. For some, it might be tied to your twin flame journey, with a sense of growing energy and connection over the past few years. Whether through physical interactions, synchronicities, or dream experiences, there's been a build-up that's energetically preparing you for what we're collectively experiencing now. When I drew the present card, I immediately picked up on a heavy, intense energy, almost a sense of darkness and despair. If this card resonates with you, you might experience these feelings intermittently, with moments of heaviness followed by times when you're shifting toward the more hopeful energy of the future card, which I'll discuss shortly. The words that came through for this card include despair, darkness, heaviness, hurt, and betrayal. I specifically heard backstabbing, so this might be relevant for someone dealing with feelings of betrayal by someone close to them. This could be in a platonic, family, or twin flame relationship. It feels like someone close to you might have let you down or caused you significant pain, leaving you with a sense of betrayal or being let down despite your investment. Remember, these are just energies I'm channeling, so how they show up for you might differ based on your unique situation. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The third card I drew brought a sense of lightness and hope. It feels like a transition from the heaviness of the 10 of Swords, the card representing intense pain and betrayal, to the brighter energy of the 6 of Pentacles. This shift almost feels like moving from the 3D world of struggle and darkness into the 5D realm of light and balance. The 10 of Swords represents that deep, heavy energy of feeling betrayed or isolated, whether by people close to you or by life itself. It's that intense, almost overwhelming sense of being let down. But then we move to the 6 of Pentacles, which feels like a full circle moment. It's the culmination of everything we've been preparing for, represented by the 8 of Pentacles in the past. This card signifies that through the challenges and pain, we're emerging into a higher state of being. It's like we're shifting timelines, moving from a state of confusion and hurt into a lighter, more enlightened dimension. Jumping, transitioning to a higher timeline can bring confusion and discomfort. It's like having one foot in the old world of pain and the other in a new, brighter reality. Many of you might feel this duality, caught between the heaviness of past experiences and the emerging lightness of a higher perspective. Even if it's hard to see right now, all the struggles were preparing you for this greater, more enlightened phase. On a soul level, you chose these experiences, including the trials within your twin flame connection, to transform that darkness into light and grow together. Before recording this reading, I felt guided to draw a card from the Moonology deck to capture the overarching theme or what we're moving toward. The card I pulled is Hold Your Vision, featuring a half moon that I heard described as a halfway mark or halfway point. This card carries a couple of key messages. One is a reflection of the current shift from the 3D to the 5D, feeling like you're straddling two different ways of being or perspectives. The other message is more about navigating through challenging times. If you're experiencing confusion, pain, or betrayal, whether from yourself, others, or life in general, this card is a reminder to stay grounded and hold your vision, even when things feel dark or uncertain. And you might be questioning, why did this happen? Or why this way? The card urges you to hold your ground. Stay focused on your higher self and your soul's true purpose, even if it's not always clear to you consciously. It's important to reconnect daily with your higher self and your fifth dimensional self, the part of you that already embodies lightness and clarity. Creating daily rituals for energy clearing, grounding, and aligning with your higher self is crucial during this powerful shift. For many twin flames, we're leading the way in this transition from 3D to 5D, and while it's challenging, we're breaking new ground that will eventually guide others through this transformative journey. I hope that message resonates with someone who needed to hear it. It's important to remember that if you're a path forger, you're paving the way for others who will follow in your footsteps. While this journey might feel lonely or challenging, like breaking through a dense forest without a clear path ahead, know that the reason no one has walked your path is because you're the one creating it. To help me channel messages that are most relevant for you, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you feel guided. By doing so, I can better tune into your energy and provide more specific insights for you and your situation. I know many of you come for life guidance as well, and you might not have met your twin flame in the physical yet. Remember, the twin flame connection is about much more than just love and romance. While those aspects are part of it, the true essence of this connection goes much deeper, influencing us on an energetic level throughout our lives, regardless of how much physical interaction we have with our twin flame. As I began shuffling the cards, the yin-yang card appeared reversed. This is the first card I pulled, which feels especially synchronistic, because I often associate this card with the twin flame journey. Seeing the yin-yang card in reverse suggests there might be some imbalance or a shift towards balance in the twin flame collective at this time. Let's dive deeper to explore what might be out of balance or coming into alignment. I'm guided to pull 3 more cards to shed some light on this. I've drawn 1 card to explore how this twin flame connection might be out of balance. The words ran and rapidly came through, suggesting that someone might have left or disconnected from the relationship quickly. This might be a recent development for some of you, but for many, it could have happened months or even years ago. The image I'm getting is of someone packing up or leaving swiftly, though packing might just be a metaphor for the abrupt departure. Remember, this won't apply to everyone, so take what resonates with you. As I revealed the 3 cards, it became clear that the reversed yin-yang card indicates something shifting from imbalance to balance rather than a permanent state of imbalance. The first card I pulled is the 3rd chakra card, which appeared upright. I heard the phrase, building confidence through loneliness, suggesting that someone may be feeling physically or emotionally disconnected from their twin flame. Despite this sense of loneliness, there's a powerful energetic shift occurring within them, fostering inner confidence. I sense there might be additional messages in this card, so I'm going to pull a few more cards to get further clarity. What's shifting in the solar plexus chakra for this person right now? I keep hearing phrases like confidence building quietly, in silence, or in loneliness. It feels like someone is undergoing significant personal growth in a somewhat hidden or private way. Whether they're experiencing physical isolation, feeling disconnected from their twin flame, or simply navigating solitude in their life, something profound is happening within them. This growth might be related to creating something new, like a project or business, or it could be about reconnecting with their true self during this period of solitude. The action card reversed that came up suggests that even though this inner transformation is taking place, the person might feel like they're stuck or not making progress. They could be experiencing a sense of stagnation, especially if they feel that their twin flame connection isn't advancing as quickly as they'd hoped. To provide more clarity, I'm going to draw a card from the Starseed Oracle. This will help us understand what this person, who sometimes feels stuck, needs to know. The reversed action card might also indicate frustrations with how slowly things seem to be moving in the physical aspects of their twin flame journey. I pulled a card from the Starseed Oracle titled Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. The word training really stood out to me. It seems that this period of isolation, and perhaps the feeling that things aren't progressing with your twin flame, is actually a divinely orchestrated opportunity. It's like an energetic portal for you to develop and refine your soul gifts. During this time of solitude, you might be reconnecting with your true self and nurturing your abilities, whether they're related to creativity, business, school, or personal growth. This period of cultivation is preparing you for something significant. Reflecting on the 3 traditional tarot cards from earlier, it feels like you've been in a phase of preparation for quite some time. The 10 of Swords moments, those times of despair, hurt, or confusion, seem like they were part of a more intense training. It's almost as if what felt like a dark and heavy experience was actually an initiation. This challenging period was like a crash course, speeding up your preparation in ways that might not have felt aligned with your ego's plans. So, despite the seeming chaos or stagnation, this is actually a crucial phase of growth, preparing you more intensely than ever before. I still sense that the situation reflected by the 10 of Swords, feelings of betrayal and despair, might be linked to the action card reversed, which indicates a sense of stagnation or difficulty moving forward. It feels like there was a struggle with commitment or progress, as if things were dragging or not moving in the way you hoped. The second card I pulled from the Energy Oracle deck was Envy Reversed, which I interpreted as stepping from the darkness into the light. To get more clarity on this card, I drew additional cards and came across the 4th chakra, or heart chakra, in the upright position. I heard the phrase, "You broke my heart wide open." I'm feeling a tingling sensation at the top of my head, which suggests a shift is occurring in the crown chakra, linked to your connection with the divine, and this is related to the opening of the heart chakra. I actually picked up on this intense heart chakra opening during my recent meditations. This deep, transformative process is a key aspect of the twin flame journey, often marked by moments of heightened emotional intensity. If you're experiencing a surge of emotion or sudden, overwhelming feelings of unconditional love for your twin flame, this could be a sign of healing taking place. This intense love might seem to come out of nowhere, but it's part of the process of mending and strengthening the heart chakra energy between you and your twin flame. I'm also sensing a connection between the reversed action card and the heart chakra opening. It feels like this deep emotional healing needs to happen before any significant action can be taken. There's a sense of divine protection around the twin flame connection, ensuring that you don't rush into action until the energy from this heart healing is stable. If you're experiencing intense waves of unconditional love mixed with periods of profound sadness, know that these emotions can be quite intense during a heart chakra opening. The healing process can bring up both positive and negative feelings strongly. The third card I pulled was the World card in the upright position, symbolizing expansion and breaking open to a new level of understanding. To clarify this card, I drew another card and found the sixth chakra, or third eye chakra, in the upright position. I had actually felt guided to create a podcast on the third eye chakra recently, and it's interesting how this resonates with the current shift in twin flame connections. The third eye represents intuition and transcending duality, seeing beyond black and white perspectives. This shift is moving us from viewing love and connection through a conditional, divided lens into experiencing a sense of oneness and unity. The World card's message of breaking open and expansion aligns perfectly with this transition, suggesting that we're moving towards a higher level of consciousness where we see and feel the interconnectedness of all things. This morning, I've been feeling a noticeable pressure right at my third eye center. If any of you have experienced similar sensations, it might be related to a collective shift in the third eye chakra, an opening up of intuitive abilities, and a move towards seeing through oneness rather than duality. Let me know in the comments if you've been feeling forehead pressure, migraines, or anything similar. Now, I'm going to reshuffle the cards and dive into more specific messages for both the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. I'll start with messages from the Divine Masculine's 3D self. For those new here, I distinguish between 3D physical messages and 5D higher self messages, because what we experience in the physical realm can differ from the deeper, energetic insights our higher self has about the person or connection. So, let's explore what the 3D masculine has to say right now. I'm getting a sense of catch up. Perhaps a masculine who wants to reconnect or arrange a meeting. Words like faster, brief, and wild are also coming through. It seems like there might have been a recent interaction or connection that felt very intense and quick, almost wild or exhilarating, but also brief. This kind of energy could be influencing how things are unfolding now. The love word scramble, a tool I use to channel specific words, is helping me bring these insights to you. As I was sharing those insights, the woman holding a heart card appeared in the upright position. This card suggests I might be connecting with someone specific who's been involved in a situation where the divine masculine's energy feels intense and perhaps chaotic. I'm picking up on a sense of an affair or a third-party involvement. The vibe is reminiscent of the song Illicit Affairs by Taylor Swift, a brief, wild connection that felt unsustainable or elusive. It feels like this person was trying to hold on to something that slipped through their fingers, like they wanted to grasp the heart of the divine masculine, but found it nearly impossible to do so amidst the chaos. Next, the community card showed up upright, bringing a message of external influences. It seems like there were other people involved who didn't fully understand or support this connection. There might have been opinions or interference from friends, family, or societal expectations that affected how this relationship could unfold. This energy feels rooted in the past, possibly reflecting issues from months or even years ago that impacted the connection. I'm sensing that these messages might be quite specific and may not resonate with everyone right now. The word dawn came to mind, and I envisioned two people together in the middle of the night, only to have the dawn break and shift everything. It's like the connection they shared was under a spell, enchanting and intense. But then, with the arrival of dawn, that spell was broken. I'm picking up on a sense of disillusionment, as though the sudden clarity made someone question their own feelings and thoughts. It's almost like someone started wondering, was I just caught up in a fantasy? Was I being delusional about this person? The card from the Moonology deck, "What do you need to release?" appeared, with the waning moon in focus. It suggests that the end of this intense period brought hidden truths to the surface. If this resonates with you, it might mean that the ending of a chaotic, spellbound phase was necessary to reveal what needed to be let go of. This aligns with the Ten of Swords energy we discussed earlier, feeling despair and hopelessness, but ultimately, it's a chance to release and move forward. Right now, we're tuning into the 3D masculine, though there are messages for all kinds of connections coming through. I'm getting a hint of perfume, which might resonate with someone specific. With the "What do you need to release" card, it feels like this message is especially relevant for the masculine. It seems this masculine has some things he needs to let go of. Despite the beauty and intensity of the connection, it appears he struggled to sustain it. On the other side, I'm sensing a divine feminine who feels like she couldn't hold on to the masculine's heart, or perhaps thinks someone else might be involved. There's a sense of disillusionment and the realization that something about the connection wasn't sustainable. It seems the masculine has unresolved issues that are being highlighted through this sense of disillusionment. I'm going to pull more cards to dig deeper into what exactly needs to be released. I've already picked up on the word court, which could suggest legal matters. Additionally, source came up, indicating that the divine feminine might have received some crucial information about the masculine, perhaps through a message, social media, or an intuitive insight. This information appears to have surfaced issues that both illuminate what the masculine needs to release and contribute to the feminine's disillusionment. The sun reversed is highlighting a fear of starting fresh, which might resonate with the masculine I'm tuning into. There seems to be a concern about embracing a new beginning. This masculine might be feeling apprehensive about stepping into this new phase of life or the relationship because he feels he's not fully healed yet. The healer of the ages, reversed, suggests that he's still working through some unresolved issues, making him feel unprepared to sustain the new opportunities or transformations coming his way. This fear appears to be linked to an awareness that he's not entirely healed. As the love between him and the divine feminine grows more intense and transformative, he might be feeling increasingly unworthy or incapable of sustaining such a deep connection. The more beautiful and powerful the connection becomes, the more he fears he's not enough for it. To understand why this masculine isn't fully healed, I'm seeing two key areas: mental and physical. The word mental suggests he may be dealing with issues such as depression, anxiety, or even addiction. On the physical side, body indicates he might be recovering from an injury, surgery, or illness. These physical and mental challenges have required significant healing, which he may not yet have completed. This sense of being unhealed could have led him to distance himself from the feminine, driven by a subconscious feeling of unworthiness and a recognition that he's not fully ready for the new beginning he desires. The goddess of the moon reversed suggests that this masculine was previously out of touch with his more sensitive and spiritual side. It seems there was a divine feminine who was very aware of their twin flame connection and tried to share this insight with him. Often, it's the divine feminine who recognizes this connection first. She might have spoken openly about their spiritual bond, but this made the masculine uncomfortable. He felt the intense connection, but was not yet ready to fully embrace or understand his more intuitive and spiritual side. This masculine needed to undergo a healing process, balancing his inner masculine and feminine energies. We all have both aspects within us, and he needed to integrate these parts to consciously accept the connection for what it truly was. On a soul level, he already sensed the depth of their bond, but his conscious mind was struggling. He was still filtering the experience through societal norms and dualistic thinking, which made it challenging for him to fully accept and embrace the reality of their connection. Additionally, there may have been blocks in his third eye chakra, which could explain his disconnection from his spiritual intuition. This disconnection made the idea of a twin flame relationship feel foreign or difficult to accept, as his conscious mind was still grappling with the conventional and black and white views of reality. It feels like this masculine has been very logical, seeing things in black and white, which may have made it hard for him to fully embrace this connection. The divine feminine's deep awareness and vocalization of their bond might have triggered his fears and made him uneasy. This process is actually helping clear his intuitive and third eye chakra blocks while bringing balance to his inner masculine and feminine energies. There might have been an imbalance that caused the divine feminine to push or chase, trying to force the realization of their connection before he was ready. Now, shifting to the divine feminine's experience, let's see what's happening in the 3D realm. The words brain and broken appeared, hinting at some mental struggles for both counterparts. This suggests that both the masculine and feminine might be dealing with mental health issues, anxiety, or fear-based thoughts. Yet, amidst these challenges, the first card from the Energy Oracle is the Door to Spirit in the upright position. This is a powerful sign of a spiritual awakening and an opening of the third eye. If you, as a divine feminine, have been feeling that forehead pressure, it could be related to this shift, moving from seeing life through duality to experiencing it through the lens of oneness and connectedness. I'm picking up on a message that through physical disconnection, this divine feminine is discovering a deeper, more profound connection than she ever realized before. Even though there's a sense of separation, whether it's a lack of communication or physical distance, this disconnection is teaching her to see beyond the surface. She's learning to transcend the black and white thinking and division between herself and her masculine counterpart, sensing a deeper oneness beneath the physical illusion. It's like she's realizing her connection with him in ways that go beyond just the physical presence. Interestingly, the Healer of the Ages reversed card came up again, mirroring the masculine's card. This suggests that it's not just the masculine who has healing to do. This journey is also about the feminine addressing her own healing needs. To understand what's coming to the surface for her, I pulled the Angel of Balance card, indicating she's working on finding equilibrium in her life. The emotions I'm channeling here are about balancing loneliness and gratitude. It feels like there's a divine feminine who is learning to be at peace with solitude, to be comfortable in her own company. While she's independent and can handle being alone physically, she might struggle emotionally with feelings of abandonment or codependency in relationships. It's a paradox where she feels strong and self-sufficient alone, but struggles with emotional attachments, especially in love. It seems like these same anxieties and codependency issues that surfaced in the masculine are also playing a role in this situation. There was a critical moment when, due to disillusionment or something that happened, the divine feminine realized she could no longer depend on the masculine for the validation she was seeking. This disconnection pushed her to look within herself for validation, perhaps for the first time, and to find peace with being alone, not just physically, but emotionally as well. If this resonates with you, then it's meant for you. Now, let's see if there is anything more this divine feminine needs to know. The words allow, larger, and mad came up. Mad might be pointing to some anger or frustration, possibly questions like, why did this have to happen this way? If that's you, you're not alone. But with allow and larger, the message is clear. Let go of what you thought you wanted so you can make space for something greater. It's about releasing your ego's limited perspective and opening your heart to something even more meaningful. As I was speaking, the card, Loosen Your Grip, appeared, indicating it's time to let go of coping mechanisms, density, and addiction, and to welcome the divine flow. I sense there's a divine feminine who's deeply opening her intuition and awakening spiritually. Even though she's spiritually aware, she's confronting emotional codependencies that emerged from the disillusionment with the masculine. Through this process, she's learning to emotionally support and validate herself in ways she hasn't before. However, this journey also requires her to let go of control. Letting go of rigid timelines and expectations. It is about loosening her grip on how she thinks things should unfold and giving space for a larger, more fluid possibility. Despite her progress, there may still be moments where she feels a desire to control or hold on to outcomes, which is part of what needs to be let go. Wait, I am thinking about ending this lesson here, but when I was shuffling the cards after setting my intentions, the broken heart came up upside down, and I immediately heard the end of the broken heart. Now, this may sound strange because it may not feel like it, but a powerful transformation is taking place in the heart center. This ties in with the message I channeled in my last reading about the heart center awakening, which is collectively intensifying for many twin flames right now. There's a sense that we're nearing the end of a painful cycle, one that has been filled with heartache and challenges. But here's the thing. As this cycle ends, it might feel like your heart is breaking open. It's ironic because the end of this cycle might actually feel like another form of heartbreak. However, what's really happening on an energetic level is the opposite. This perceived heartbreak is what's actually causing the cycle of pain and brokenheartedness to finally come to an end. I know this might sound a bit abstract, so I'll be channeling more specific messages to give you better context. Let's dive into what this broken-hearted cycle is about. What exactly are we breaking out of? One recurring theme in recent twin flame readings has been the idea of breaking open, and as I was speaking about this, the walking away card in the upright position appeared. This card immediately points to someone who may have walked away or created distance in the past, perhaps leading to what we often call a twin flame separation, though I prefer the term perceived disconnect because true separation can never exist between twin flames. Whether this distance was physical, emotional, or even virtual, it feels like it was necessary. I'm hearing someone say, I had to set these boundaries because I love myself too much to let this continue. As much as I love you, I have to care for myself. I need this time or space. This act of self-love and boundary setting was crucial, even if it created the appearance of a disconnect. These messages might not resonate with everyone, but I'm sensing that for someone here, the choice to create distance, whether emotionally or physically, was driven by a deep sense of self-love or almost like emotional survival. It felt like a life or death situation, though not literally, but in terms of emotional well-being. It was as if I couldn't bear it any longer. The intensity of the connection or the situation was just too painful to handle, and this person felt they were losing themselves in the process. They might have felt, I started to not recognize myself anymore. The adjacent possibilities card came out, and I heard, the illusion of possibilities. It seems like this person might have convinced themselves that exploring other dating options or moving on was a viable path. But deep down, it feels like this was more of a self-deception. In their heart and soul, they know there's no one else for them but the person they've distanced themselves from. Creating this space was crucial for their personal growth and self-love. Alternatively, this could reflect their twin flame's perspective. Maybe their twin is seeing the situation and thinking they're dating around or exploring other possibilities. There might be assumptions that they're connecting with others through dating apps or social media, but this perception feels like an illusion. It could be a facade to make the other believe they're moving on. Deep down, this person is expressing, I'm completely devoted to you. A few weeks ago, I talked about the concept of soul monogamy between twin flames for the first time, and I've really connected with this idea. Twin flames are naturally soul exclusive, which means they share a profoundly intimate and magnetic connection unlike anything else. Even if they're interacting with other people or dealing with third parties in the physical world, on a soul level, they're always exclusively linked to each other. This deep bond exists because twin flames vibrate at the same core energetic frequency. No one else shares that same wavelength. That's why, when you're with your twin flame, it often feels like you're in a special realm together, even if you're surrounded by others. It's as if the rest of the world disappears, and you create a unique vortex of energy that lifts you to a higher plane of existence and communication, exclusive to just the two of you. This special connection is also why twin flames can easily access each other in the energetic realm during meditation, especially when the conscious mind is relaxed. It's the chatter of the conscious mind, the ego, thoughts, and emotions that can sometimes make us feel disconnected from this constant, energetic bond with our twin flame. I recommend these practices because the twin flame journey is incredibly dynamic, affecting every area of our lives and shifting constantly, sometimes moment by moment. It's responsive to everything happening both externally and internally. To navigate this, it's essential to establish daily habits and rituals like meditation and energy clearing techniques. Personally, I've found subliminals to be particularly effective for clearing and shifting energy. I encourage incorporating these daily tools to not only gain insights from these readings, but also to take an active role in transforming your own energy and, in turn, the dynamic with your twin flame. Looking at the adjacent possibilities card and the illusion of possibilities, this feels like it might be mirrored between both twin flame counterparts. It seems that each may be assuming the other is dating around or has many options, even though both are deeply monogamous at heart. They might feel, I am completely dedicated to my twin flame and I can't truly connect with anyone else romantically. If you're currently separated, This might reflect a fear that the other person could disconnect or isn't as exclusive as you feel. For those who are more connected, this might represent occasional fears that your twin flame isn't feeling the same exclusivity or connection. Remember, these fears often come from the ego, which struggles to fully grasp the depth of the twin flame connection. Our twin flame mirrors everything about us energetically, including our feelings and soul sensations, so these fears are more about ego misinterpretation than the reality of the bond. The message is to dissolve these fears with love and trust in the connection you share. When you feel deep down in your soul that you can't find true fulfillment or joy in a relationship with anyone else except your twin flame, that same feeling is mirrored by your twin flame, at the soul level, no matter what's happening in the physical world. I'm considering doing a video to dive deeper into this mirroring aspect, as it's one of the more confusing parts of the twin flame connection. Twin flames always reflect each other energetically, but how this energy shows up, how they consciously perceive and express it, can vary greatly depending on their alignment with their true selves. For now, 2 cards just flew out of the Energy Oracle cards deck. Thinking Woman, which seems to be speaking to a divine feminine whose ego might be triggered, and 4th Chakra reversed, representing the heart chakra, along with the Anxiety card reversed. I'm sensing that the Thinking Woman card indicates we're connecting with a divine feminine who might be feeling confused, struggling to connect with her intuition recently, and possibly feeling triggered in some way. The Regret card just came up from the Soul's Journey deck, highlighting feelings about the past. It says, "I know that I cannot change the past." But it seems like there's a divine feminine here who, from an ego perspective, wishes she could rewrite history. Feeling, our story wasn't supposed to go this way. Butterflies, especially monarchs, might have special significance for you right now. I picked up on this intuitively. This message might resonate with just a few people, or even just one. But it's for someone who's dealing with regrets, or perhaps even anger, not directed at anyone specific, but a general frustration about how things turned out. It's that feeling of, I'm upset that things didn't go as they should have. Adding to this, the 4th Chakra reversed and the Anxiety reversed cards suggest a heart block that's causing some anxiety. I'm going to delve deeper into this, but it's possible that what's happening is actually a sign of balance being restored. Often, when we experience negative emotions, we judge them harshly, but these feelings can actually signal important shifts within us. The heart chakra, being our center of emotional experience, can manifest these blocks as we process and clear them, which might cause some temporary pressure or discomfort. Think of the twin flame connection as a powerful river of energy flowing between you and your twin flame. Any blocks you're holding in your heart center act like a dam in this river. As the flow of this intense, unconditional love builds up against the dam, you may start to feel pressure, which can manifest as negative emotions or sensations. This is because the powerful energy is pushing against the barriers that are blocking you from fully accessing this love. If you've been feeling emotionally off balance or experiencing what you might label as negative emotions lately, this could be a sign of significant changes happening within your heart center. These feelings are often a sign that your emotions are processing and shifting. This subliminal is designed to help rebalance your emotions by clearing out any heart chakra blockages, especially those connected to your twin flame. Remember, sometimes these emotions might not even be your own, but could be absorbed from your twin flame, as twin flames often process energies together. You're both energetically supporting each other by working through the same emotional shifts simultaneously. I'm looking to pinpoint the root of this heart chakra block, which might be causing feelings of anxiety. It seems that, for some, the block could be linked to anxiety itself, specifically worrying about the connection or its future. The lightning on the anxiety card stands out, which might symbolize a sudden, shocking event related to your connection. This lightning could represent a situation with your person that struck out of nowhere, leaving you feeling paralyzed or unsure how to move forward. This might resonate with just one or a few of you. The fifth chakra also appeared, pointing to issues with communication. I'm sensing someone wants to express their feelings, but is struggling to find the right words. If you're trying to share how much you want to move forward or start anew, but find it challenging to communicate, this card suggests that opening up could help unlock new possibilities. It feels like there's a real desire to bridge this gap and make progress, but finding the right words is proving difficult. So, what's the story with this person who wants to talk about a new beginning? The Happy Family card suggests they're longing for a stable, positive future with you. I'm going to pull a few more cards to get a clearer picture. I'm hearing, I regret how the past has changed our future. It seems like this person deeply desires a fresh start, but there's an underlying doubt, feeling like the past has somehow altered their chance at a happy ending. They want to communicate their desire for this new beginning, symbolized by the Happy Family card, but they're struggling to fully express it. It's like they're having a hard time articulating their true intentions because they're dealing with a heart chakra block that's affecting their ability to communicate. The heart chakra and the throat chakra are closely connected. If the heart chakra is blocked, it can hinder clear and open communication through the throat chakra. Since the heart chakra is located lower in the energy body than the throat chakra, we need to have an open heart to support effective, powerful communication. This is why they're finding it challenging to convey their feelings and desires clearly. It's like this person is trying to communicate, but they're finding it difficult because their heart isn't fully open yet. What I'm hearing is, because my heart is healing. They can't fully express themselves or move forward because they're still in the process of healing their heart. This is causing them a lot of worry and anxiety. They want to be ready to communicate clearly and create a future together, but they keep being drawn back to their heart wounds because healing is still needed. During this period of feeling stuck or paralyzed, similar to that lightning strike or tower moment, they're being led back into their heart space. It's like they're being guided to revisit and heal their emotional wounds. As Rumi beautifully said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. This period of feeling frozen in place is actually a time for deep healing and transformation, allowing them to address and mend their heart wounds before they can fully move forward. If you're dealing with unclear or blocked communication with your twin flame, I have a subliminal designed to help open up that connection. Often, when communication feels muddy or clouded, it's because the energy exchange between twin flames is being blocked or disrupted. Twin flames are always energetically communicating, primarily through the heart chakra. And this energy needs to flow freely to facilitate clear communication. Our words are just one part of the equation. They follow the energetic exchange that happens through an open heart and balanced throat chakra. This subliminal focuses on opening and balancing both the heart and throat chakras to enhance communication between you and your twin flame. I'll also be pulling more cards to dive deeper into the fourth chakra and the reversed anxiety card, as I sense there are additional messages to uncover. I just received a message of guidance. Your heart is healing. Release your fears, release the anxiety. This message is especially relevant for the divine feminine in this reading. There may be a fear of stagnation or feeling stuck, particularly in the physical realm of your connection. If you're experiencing these worries, the advice is to surrender and let go of your fears. The stagnation you're feeling is actually giving you the space to connect deeply with your heart center, allowing your anxieties to dissolve into love and light, and facilitating profound personal transformation. It might seem like things are at a standstill right now, but this period of apparent stagnation is actually a powerful catalyst for your spiritual awakening and growth. Even though it feels like nothing is moving forward, you're being realigned on a deep, energetic level. You're releasing long-held pain and blocks from your heart center, and this healing will propel you forward in profound ways, both spiritually and physically. This process isn't just about your twin flame connection or romantic aspect, it's impacting your entire life and spiritual journey. The cards I pulled from the Starseed Oracle, Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it, and the Cosmic Heart, Devotion, Potency, make your life a moving prayer. Reflect this broader theme of integrating your spiritual experiences into your everyday life. To support you through this intense period, I'll pull 1 or 2 more messages from the Rumi Oracle for some higher self-guidance. It's important to remember the value of daily habits and rituals to ground and clear your energy. Practices like exercising, meditating, eating nourishing foods, engaging in self-care, taking salt baths, going for long walks in nature, and listening to subliminals can help you stay centered and manage the powerful energies you're processing right now. Before we wrap up, I have a final message of encouragement from the Rumi Oracle for the Divine Feminine, the card Allah's a Star of Venus. Here's a beautiful passage from the guidebook that I'd like to share. I am the pure light, my dear. I am not merely a speck of dust or an empty shell. I am a precious pearl born of this world's wonders. Close your eyes and become aware of me. See with eyes that perceive the unseen. Embrace the mystery and find me. I am a joyful presence here for you, born from pure radiance. Your heart is full of love, and your passion for life is unstoppable by gloom, boredom, or fear. Your soul is vibrant and dances through life with passion and devotion. Even when the world seems strange, you will come to see it as a beautiful enigma, expanding your heart and allowing all to bask in your light. You are here to share the light of another world, a world of pure consciousness and divine love that transcends duality and unites everything in the greatest love. What a stunning message! It not only resonates with the divine feminine I was connecting with, but also highlights the larger soul mission of this journey. As the guidebook says, it's all about transcending duality, breaking down the barriers and blocks to unconditional love that we collectively build between one another. Twin flames come to this world to bridge these divides, to dismantle these barriers, and often they find themselves in situations where there are visible gaps, be it in age, religion, culture, or geography, that seem impossible to overcome. These perceived impossibilities reflect the collective consciousness of division and conditional love. The struggle to overcome these barriers isn't just a personal challenge. It's about transforming our collective beliefs about love and connection. I hope this message resonates with those who need it. Now, let's move on to the 3D physical self messages from both the feminine and masculine perspectives. Just to clarify, as many of you may know, I like to differentiate between the 3D physical self of the divine feminine and divine masculine and their higher self element. The reason I do this is because, as twin flames, we're always experiencing this connection from 2 different perspectives. 1. The soul. This is the eternal, ancient part of us that has complete knowledge of everything we've experienced and will experience, even beyond this lifetime. 2. The physical self. This is the human aspect that only knows this one lifetime. It often thinks from a collective consciousness mindset, absorbs negative programming over the years, and experiences soul amnesia, meaning it isn't always fully connected to the deeper wisdom of our higher self. I like to make this distinction because what we feel energetically on a higher self level in relation to our twin flame can be quite different from what we consciously feel and experience in the physical 3D world. So, with that in mind, what is the Divine Feminine thinking or feeling from a 3D physical perspective right now? What's going on with the Divine Feminine in the 3D? Walking away in the upright position, this may resonate with those who have recently felt the need to emotionally or physically distance themselves from their twin flame. I sense that many Divine Feminines in the collective might have experienced a separation from their person. I hear them saying, "It felt necessary, like something I had to do, but it was painful and not something I want to be permanent." The world, for those I'm connecting with, this card carries a strong sense of loneliness. With the walking away card, it might not just be about leaving a twin flame connection, but also walking away from anything that no longer serves or aligns with your highest, most authentic self. This journey, however, can lead to intense feelings of isolation and solitude. The image on the world card, a lone, hooded figure gazing at the world, captures this sense of being apart from everything, of feeling disconnected, as if saying, "I see the world around me, but I don't feel a part of it." Why is this Divine Feminine feeling so lonely, earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it? Wow, this card fits so perfectly with what's been expressed. If you're a Divine Feminine feeling particularly alone right now, know that there's nothing wrong with you. In fact, as the card suggests, you feel this way because you are learning how to be human, having this human experience to transmute some of the darker, more challenging aspects of life into light, dissolving them into your love. Through this process, you are becoming more of who you were meant to be on a soul level, the most authentic, soulful version of yourself. And as you step more into that light, you may find it harder to connect with those still in their own darkness. Your radiant light may even make others uncomfortable at times, but if this resonates with you, keep shining your light. Don't dim yourself to make others more comfortable in their darkness. That's the message coming through for someone listening right now. What's happening with this Divine Feminine in the physical 3D world? Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. When I drew this card, the term hypermasculinity came to mind. This might mean that some Divine Feminines have recently leaned more into their masculine energy to push forward with a goal, dream, or plan. While this won't resonate with everyone, it's important to acknowledge that this energy can sometimes lead to perfectionism or overachievement, where there's a tendency to force things into being. The message here is to find balance. While it's essential to harness both your masculine and feminine energies, remember that your most powerful, embodied Divine Feminine self doesn't need to force anything. You are magnetic and capable of effortlessly attracting what you desire. You don't have to push or struggle to make things happen. 2 other cards came through, blossoming and surrender. The message here is, when you plant a seed, you don't force it to grow, you water it day by day. This speaks to the importance of your daily rituals, meditation, nature walks, self-care, activities that help you align your energy and focus on your goals. However, there's also a need for surrender. After planting the seed, you take action to care for it, but you must trust the natural process that allows it to blossom. Like that seed, you are growing and blossoming into the person you want to become. This growth requires daily love, care, and attention, but it doesn't need to be forced. Focus on nurturing yourself, your goals, and your dreams, and trust that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Striking a balance between taking inspired action, guided by your intuition, and not forcing things into being is essential, especially when you find yourself slipping into an over-masculine, overachieving, or perfectionist mode. This message might not resonate with everyone, but I know it will speak directly to someone who needs to hear it. Now, let's see what else the Divine Feminine needs to know from her physical 3D perspective. What is she dealing with right now? Fall into my arms. This card emphasizes surrender and holding the opposites, the extremes of life. The word extremes really stood out, and I sensed that some divine feminines might be experiencing emotional volatility or swings between extremes. The forgiveness card also came through. If you're finding yourself dealing with these emotional extremes, where you feel stable one moment and then suddenly overwhelmed by intense emotions like anger, sadness, or anxiety, know that you're not alone. These intense emotions often signal significant and beautiful transformations happening within your heart chakra. Embrace these feelings as part of your journey and trust that they are guiding you through profound growth and healing. With the forgiveness card, I'm hearing a call to approach these intense emotional experiences with forgiveness, meaning it's time to let go. This card reminds us that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. The message is clear. Release anything that's blocking the flow of love within you, whether it's pain, resentment, or fear. These blocks might be preventing you from fully accessing and receiving love, not just from others, but also from yourself. What's holding you back from truly loving yourself? Let those things surface and release them. Remember, this is a powerful transformation of the heart center, not a sign that something is wrong. Now, shifting focus to the divine masculine on a 3D physical level. What's going on with him right now? The Caring Connections card in the upright position suggests that there could be something symbolic about flowers. Perhaps someone is giving or receiving flowers, or flowers hold some special significance in this connection. This might resonate with just one person, but it's worth mentioning. And of course, the yin-yang card appeared reversed, which always makes me think of twin flames. The reversal confirms that this connection is indeed a twin flame connection, but it also indicates that something feels a bit off balance. I'm not sure if imbalanced is the right word, so let's dive deeper to get more specifics. So, what's the deal with this yin-yang card being reversed? The denial card came up, which says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. This is starting to paint a clear picture of what's happening with the divine masculine. And then, of course, the love card appeared. This is a big sign of a powerful transformation taking place within him. These two cards, denial and love, show a shift from a state of denial to one of complete acceptance and love. I'm also getting a sense of surrender, like the divine masculine is finally beginning to accept and embrace this connection. To get more specific, it feels like the denial card is pointing to the masculine's struggle with fear, whether it's fear of his own emotions, wounds, or even the overwhelming nature of his ego. This fear likely created a disconnect or imbalance in the relationship, blocking the flow of love. It's as if he's saying, I was denying just how afraid I was to fully open up to this deep, all-encompassing love with you, divine feminine. This is a powerful realization, signaling a significant shift in his awareness and emotional state. So, what exactly was this masculine afraid of, but in denial about? The insight of awareness on that card also speaks to an intensifying spiritual awakening. It's as if this masculine is saying, I'm becoming more aware, more conscious, I'm waking up. These are 3D physical messages, so this awakening means he's becoming more aware, not just spiritually, but also in the tangible, everyday sense of this connection. The World card in reverse reveals one of his unacknowledged fears, his fear of opening up. What was he holding back on? The Torture Spirit card in reverse points to blocked intuition and a lack of spiritual awareness. This suggests that the masculine might not have been actively denying the spiritual connection, but rather wasn't fully connected to it. It's like he was blind to the true nature of this twin flame bond, closed off from understanding its depth. When the World card reversed, I got the sense of not being ready. This masculine may not have been fully prepared to embrace this connection and move forward, likely because he needed to heal or let go of something. The Happy Family card in the upright position brings up another layer. He might have been in denial about how his past was affecting his future. There could be unresolved issues from his family background, inner child wounds, or formative relationships that shaped his beliefs about love and relationships. These early experiences may have unconsciously influenced him, and he wasn't fully aware of how they were impacting his twin flame connection later in life. All of that is transforming. The unconsciousness around potential inner child wounds and how the past might be impacting the present or future of this connection. All those sources of denial are dissolving and shifting into love. The Love card expresses it beautifully. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. As this masculine becomes aware of what he was once in denial about, his spiritual awakening is touching every part of his consciousness. This shift is moving him from a place of denial to a state of complete surrender, acceptance, and love. As we conclude this reading, if you found it meaningful, I'd love for you to subscribe and join our wonderful community here on YouTube. You can also connect with me on Instagram at MagnetizeOfficial. Sending you all my love today. Take care, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next reading.